Hello and welcome everyone. So this is the part 3 of the chapter the living and the non-living. So in this part I am going to explain the exercise questions. So let's start. Now first we have part A, answer the following in not more than 20 words. Means they are short answer type. So the first one we have, what do the living and non-living have in common? So the common thing that they are made up of matter. They are made up of matter. What is matter? Anything that occupies space and have mass. And they are made up of molecule also. And in living beings, the basic unit is the cell, and it is not a molecule. So now we have second question. What do we understand by term tissue? So every living organism, either plant or animal, they have an organized similar type of cell which perform a particular function, that is called tissue, or we can say group of similar type of cell to perform a specific or a particular function is called tissue. Now we have next question, mention 5 characteristic of living being. You can mention any 5, like they living beings excrete, living beings respirate, living beings grow, living beings follow a life cycle, then living beings show movement, they respond to external action or stimulus. You can give any 5 characteristic. The next we have, how do fish respire? So they take water inside and use the dissolved oxygen in the water. In this way they respire. Now fifth one, what is an organ system? So when many organs cooperate together to perform a particular function in our body, that they will make a organ system. Like we have a digestive system, in that which organ help us, like our mouth, food pipe, stomach, pancreas, liver, small intestine, large intestine. These all organ help us in our digestive system. They cooperate together, they work together. Next one, define the term excretion. So what is excretion? The throwing out of waste from the body is called excretion. And in humans we throw out our waste or expel our waste in the form of fears. Now the next we have seventh one, name one plant which show sensitivity to touch. So in Hindi the name is Chui Mui, and in English the name is Touch Me Not. Next is eighth one, and some insectivorous plants also show sensitivity, like Venus flytrap and your pitcher plant. They are insectivorous plant, they eat insect, so they also sensitive to touch. Eighth one, mention 2 stimuli that plants respond to. So plants respond to sunlight, they grow towards the sunlight, and they also respond to the water. The ninth one we have, are there organisms which are made up of only one cell? If so, name one. Yes, there are organisms which are made up of only one cell, like your bacteria. Now we have B part. The first question we have, growth we say is a characteristic of a living being, but some non-living things like crystal also grow. Can you differentiate between the two kinds of growth? Yes, non-living things like a crystal or sugar crystal is also grow, but what will happen in that case, the sugar will add from the outside. But in case of living things, the cell will grow or redivide from the inside. So what is the difference between two kinds of growth? That non-living things will grow when something add from the outside, but the living things will grow when cell will redivide from the redivide or reproduce from the inside. Let me show you also. As you can read from your book also, that in non-living things growth occur from the outside, while in living beings growth occur from the inside. Means if there is a non-living thing, then when we add something on the top, then it will grow from the outside. But in case of living thing, the cell will redivide or reproduce from the inside. So next question we have, what do you understand by the life cycle of a living being? So we know that living beings take birth, they grow, they reproduce, they aging means they grow old, and finally they die. So this is the life cycle of a living organism. They start from a single cell, they take birth either from the egg, either direct from plant, take birth from the seeds. In animal, either they lay egg or they take direct birth from the mother bodies. Then they will grow. The next step, they will grow. Then after that they reproduce, means produce their own kind. Then they will aging, means they will grow old, and finally they die. This is the life cycle of a living organism. So next is, what is respiration? So we need that every living organism food to get energy. But how they get energy from the food? They take oxygen in, and that oxygen will mix with the food to produce energy, and that energy will be used for our daily work. That energy will be used to function so that our body can work properly. Like if we walk, we use energy. If we run, we swim, we play, we write anything, we use our energy. So that energy we get from the food when oxygen is mixed with it. So that is a chemical change. That is a chemical reaction in which energy is produced. But what is the product? There is carbon dioxide, CO2 plus vapors. So this is the respiration, the process in which oxygen is mixed with the food to produce energy, and we get carbon dioxide and water vapors as a product of the reaction plus energy. So the next is, we have now, do plant respire? How would you show this? This is the activity by which you can show that the plant is also respire. So what we will do, we will take fresh birds and there is a lime water. What will happen after some time? The lime water will turn into milky colored water. So we will not dip the birds completely into the lime water, we will just hang it above the lime water, and when we cover the jar, after some time the lime water in the jar will turn milky. Why it turn milky? Because the birds gives out the carbon dioxide. And in the second case, we use the boiled birds and they do not give any carbon dioxide out, so there will be no change in the lime water. The next question we have now, that animals grow only until a particular size but plants grow all their lives. Explain this statement. So it is true that plants start from a seed and it grow all their lives, from a small seed to seedling, then to a tree, and it they keep growing until we cut it down, or they will die from some another reason. But in case of animal, they grow only to their adult size. After that, they stop growing and they start reproduce. So the now we have what happened to the waste produced in a plant body. The next question, what happens to waste produced in plant body? Yes, plants also produce waste because they are also a living being. So some plants expel the gases through stomata, and some store their waste in a special shell, which is very useful for us. For example, the rubber we get from a plant or a rubber tree in the form of latex. So it is very useful for us. We have part C now. Complete the following. So first one, the structural unit of an organism is the cell. So it is also the basic unit we can say, and it is a capable of life. Cell is capable of life. Second, a group of tissue which work together to perform one or more function is called organ. When tissue group together, they form an organ. Third one, we throw out waste from our bodies in the form of feces, urine and sweat. What is the another method? Sweat. In summers, sweat means pasina. So in summers, we expel more sweat. Fourth one, a dash is something which produces a response or reaction in a living being. So stimulus. Next we have all living beings dash to external stimuli, means they respond to any external stimuli. The next we have choose the correct option in each of the following. Green plants make their own food, so they are called autotrophs. What are autotrophs? Which make their own food. What are heterotrophs? Which depend upon another organisms for their food. Second one, which of the following statement is not correct? So the C one is not correct, because the basic unit or structural unit of a living being is the cell. It is not the molecule. So the next we have third one, the milky liquid that ooze when you break a milkweed or banyan leaf is a plant waste. The milk liquid which come out is the plant waste. Fourth one, plant take in and give out gases through, that is microscopic pores on their leaves, and we called it stomata. And I hope the exercise questions are clear to you. Thanks for watching, and I will also share all the 3 parts link in the description box. You can check it from there.